Hello guys, in today's lesson we're going to control a servo model using a face detection model. For this project we are going to use the Arduino IDE C++ and Python language. We will also use openCV, which is a computer vision library supported by Python. So first of all, we need to make a connection between Arduino Uno and Python so that we can code the project using the Python language. We will simply go to Arduino IDE and then go to files, select examples, and then we have to choose Pyfirmata. Pyfirmata is a library that enables us to make a connection between Arduino Uno and Python. We will go to from Pyfirmata, we will go to standard Pyfirmata, and now we will upload the code. This might take a little bit of time. Okay, it sounds like we're done with the Arduino IDE. So now I'm going to show you the circuit diagram for the project. Here is we have a servo motor. We are connecting the orange wire to pin number 3 because we're connecting to a PWM pin because we will send like different values. It's not like a binary system where you send 1 or 2 to light up a LED or to shut it down. So we need to rotate the servo in different degrees, and then we're gonna need to connect the red one to 5 volts or maybe 3 volts, and we will connect the brown one to ground. Okay, so that's all for the circuit diagram. Now I'm going to show you the Python code, and I'll also explain the code. So we're importing the necessary libraries. We're importing CVT, which is a computer vision library supported by Python. So we're also importing CVZone, which also enables us to make a connection between Arduino and Python. We are using media pipe. This is for like image processing time, for if you want to make a delay. And from time we're importing sleep. This also for delay if you want to like how long you want a specific command to be happening or take place. And from CV zone face detection module import face detector, we're actually importing the module that we're going to use to detect faces in our stream. And from Pyfirmata import Arduino. So Pyfirmata is a Python package that enables us to like program Arduino microcontrollers using the Python programming language. I think Pyfirmata supports reading data from sensors and also sending commands, but I believe developers are working to make it more flexible and also extends its functions. So port COM6. So my Arduino Uno is basically is connected to COM6. You might try to go to control panel and check devices so you will know, or simply once you connect the Arduino to PC you will know what's the port if you go to control panel. The pin number is 3. The board's Arduino port is 6. So this is the basic the mode of sending commands. We're using servo motor, which we will be seeing in a few minutes. So cvt.video capture. So you might be surprised that I'm using a link, and this is because my PC camera is not working, but I came up with a good solution, and this might be good for you if you have problems with your PC camera. So I've connected my Android my smartphone camera with openCV and Python. So there is an application on App Store and Google, also Google Play. It's called IP webcam. It enables, so this actually, this is basically a networking camera, so you can remotely monitor. So this is what we're doing now. We're remotely monitoring the the environment. And detector, face detector, with importing the model that is going to, so this is going to capture the scene, and this is going to detect if there is a face, if there's a face in that scene. That's the basic idea. So for while true, if you're familiar with C++ programming language and embedded C++, which is used for programming Arduino, so while true is is equivalent to a void loop in using C++. So these are the parameters that we're using. We're resetting the capturing the camera to frame. Um, and frame the idea of b boxes, it's called binding boxes, is to detect faces, detector that find faces. Where to find it? In frame. We've set it up to frame our camera, and these are the size, so this you can customize. If binding boxes, this means if the camera detects a face in the scene in our streaming, and what to do, board digital pin, which is 3, we have assigned it to an integer, right? So you can write the degree in accordance to your desire or needs. Else, otherwise, if there is no face detected, what to do? 0. So turn the servo mode to 0 degrees. So that's the idea. For so these are the parameters of the frame of the camera and the size of the scene. And this the Q. If you press the bottom Q, so you will you will end capturing. So now I'm going to run the code and show you how we can control the servo mode using face detection with openCV and Python. And by the way, the amazing thing about using Python to program microcontrollers is that you learn basic concepts of programming, and you also can do a variety of functions. For example, you can also if the camera detects a face, you can make a homeworking system. You can play a music, or maybe send an email. And Python has a lot of libraries. You just need to check the documentation of these libraries, and I highly recommend you go to Pyfirmata to know to get an insight about what is going on. So we've uploaded the Arduino code. Now we have to upload the Python code and see what happens. And as I've told you, I'm using my Android camera, and if you are using your PC camera, instead of, you might write 0 here, or maybe 1 if you're using 2 cameras. You can check openCV documentation. So now the camera is detecting myself, my face, and once it detects my face, you can see the servo mode is. Let me make it clear for you. So now the camera is detecting my face, so it's turned on the specific degree that we've set up. So now I'm going to remove the camera light so that it no longer detects my face. So so guys, that's the basic idea of using face detection mode to control a server mode, or you can control any other device you want, if Pyfirmata supports it. And you can also here you can play music or maybe send an email with Python. Python has variety of function. And thank you so much.